Alright, let's talk about the War Room docs. These are going to be private. So in this one I've used the New York Giants. So I just plugged in some information here just to show you, but again, all the light blue cells are cells that you'll be interacting with. You have the option to change your offensive scheme, defensive schemes. It'll show you your available draft picks. Now remember, I haven't updated the draft order yet, so this is going to be skewed. You've got a trade block that you can create right here. So you can use your drop down list, select the players that you want to use into your trade block, and go ahead and put some values in these two. Makes it easy for everybody. We've got a team needs section right here, and then each one of these actually have a drop down list, so you can actually find the player you want to plug in. What are we on? Wide receiver, so like Victor Cruz, whatever. However you want to do it, you can set up your draft chart that way, or your depth chart, sorry. So the cool thing about this is this sheet right here is actually linked to the Scouting the League doc. So anything you create in the War Room doc, it will actually populate in this document where all 32 teams are at, as well as, you get there, some league cap information. So you've got your active roster, your salaries, things like that. Alright, let's go back to the War Room. The next sheet is the team roster sheet. It's basically just a link to the official roster. So you can kind of match that with your roster sheet, make sure we're on the same page. Team needs. I've set this up to where basically if you enter your username like I did here, and then you assign need values on the scale right here, 1 to 10. You just go through there, and I'm just punching some numbers in here just to illustrate it here. But the idea is just to kind of get more of a group effort here. So you got all the averages from everybody's input. You get a percent rank, and then that percent rank will actually transfer over to this, which in turn transfers over to where is it at? Transfers over to this. This actual doc right here was a pretty popular one in the last mock, so I tried to make some modifications, update it, dress it up a little bit. So heading back to the War Room doc. We got the scouting free agency. Again, this is just a complete list of all the available free agents. If they've been assigned to a new team, it'll list it in this column right here, 2016 team. I didn't do much with the scouting draft. I know everybody's got their own method, so I just kind of left it blank. They can fill it in however you want. The league trade blocks. So you notice the information I put in on the team information actually shows up here. It does it with every single team. So you can quickly see team by team who's on their block and what their asking prices are. It also comes in handy for this next page here, which is the trade value scale. So we obviously have our team right here. We can select whatever team we want to look at, and we can place an X here, just like we did with the ERFA sheets, to signify that that's who we want to include, or the picks that we want to include in the trade. And those numbers will tally right here in point differential page or section. And you can put an X or 1 or basically any character you want, and it'll include that in the totals. The next feature about this is if they've completed the team needs section, or I'm sorry, not the team needs section, but the actual trade block section, the drop-down list will actually provide those names, and it'll actually give the asking value. And then I've also created a projected value, which I use some formulas to create that. So, but again, nothing about this whole entire sheet will prevent a trade from happening. I mean, it would have to be pretty lopsided for the commission to actually veto a trade. But I always just thought it was kind of cool just to be able to visually see the actual trade and the trade values. The next sheet is the draft board, and it's again, it's linked to the master. So as I update the master, this will actually update. Now, this is one of the few sheets that I was not able to actually lock down or to protect. I protected the upper part here, but to provide you the ability to actually filter and sort, I had to leave this unprotected. So when you go through here, just kind of be careful not to delete anything, but if you do, let me know and I can go in there and make the corrections to fix it. When you're creating your big board, I've got 2 columns right here set up. So, you know, if you've got a first round value on this player and he's on your number 2 ranking in that group, and you just kind of go through here and fill all this out as much as you want, scout the players you want, put them where you want, and then when you're done, go ahead and filter it. I suggest doing the rank first, filter it A to Z, and then filter the round to A to Z as well. And the benefit to this is when you actually look at your big board, which is on the next sheet here, it'll actually display each section as you filled it out in the previous page. And as these players are removed from the board or drafted, they'll be removed from here as well. So you'll be able to see immediately who your top pick would be or should be based on the order you created in the draft board right here. The next sheet is the draft order. Again, draft order, draft times. None of this stuff is official yet. We've still got to update this. But I just wanted to get this out to show you. And then the last sheet is the team-by-team rookie pool, which again, I've got to update these numbers, but it'll give you a pretty good idea what you're looking at spending on your draft picks. I kind of stumbled my way through this one. It's 2:34 in the a.m., so I'm pretty tired. If this one doesn't work for you guys, I can definitely make another one when I'm a little more coherent. But I think this gives us a pretty good idea of how this War Room doc's going to work out. And again, thanks for participating in NFL Total Control. Thanks.